Alright. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another future/stock market analysis video. Today is December 3rd, 2025. It is Wednesday night. We're gonna do our analysis for December 4th, 2025, which will be Thursday. Alright. Today in the market we had a futures wise, we didn't really do nothing today. Pretty much just a break even day because it wasn't the best trading day, I guess you could say, for futures market for me at least. But option wise, we did catch options today. If y'all was in the stream earlier today, we caught CrowdStrike. We took the CrowdStrike loans, ended up taking it all the way up to around where we got out at. I think we got out right here around 515. We rode it from where we got in at like 494, rode it up to 515 and got out. But yeah, that was the main trade we had today. Other than that, we really didn't do too much today. All right, and of course we got the SPY loans today. I did catch some SPY loans. I held those, which I was trying to do it for futures, but you know, with options I can hold my contract. Because I got the ones that expired tomorrow for Thursday, so I was willing to hold it to the next day. Where with futures, I had to get out, because we gotta close our trades before the end of the day. So I wasn't able to really stay with my trade and let it play all the way out. As y'all can see, we had a whole bunch of chopping going on, and it kind of caused me to break even today on my Apex account. So really didn't make nothing, really didn't lose nothing. Just broke even because it was just so choppy. But yeah, we finna do our analysis for tomorrow, man. We finna do our analysis for tomorrow. Let's look at this economic calendar first. See the news that we got coming out. Tomorrow, December 4th, we got jobless claims at 7:30. Y'all know jobless claims usually be a nice market mover. Yeah, like we said, also Wednesday usually try to be their reversal day. I told y'all usually Wednesday try to be the reversal day, but I also told y'all yesterday I kind of expect us to continue going higher instead of reversing for Wednesday. And initially, yes, we did come down, but we ended up pushing right back up. It did a continuation exactly how we predicted, for today to go. We had predicted today to be a green candle day. We predicted to do a continuation and not actually reverse, because we knew that the market was trying to move up by looking at our technical analysis. So for Thursday, pretty much Thursday, I will say I had to look at the charts. I want to say we were still gonna be moving up slowly. I feel like it's just gonna probably slow down a little bit, but I think we're gonna keep moving up. But we're gonna look at the charts and see. Earning wise, what we got for earnings tomorrow? I think we had DG today. No, it's tomorrow. DG tomorrow. Dollar General tomorrow. We had Snowflake today. I didn't even look at their chart. I was so focused on my CrowdStrike, I didn't even look at Snowflake. So I'm gonna look at Snowflake and C3 AI. And then we'll look at Dollar General. All right. So first thing first, going over the SPY, jumping over to that daily. What happened? We ended up making a higher high. We made a higher high. We had, like we said, we broke that downtrend structure here. Broke this downtrend structure here, right? When we made this higher high, we closed past it. We start closing past it. I told y'all we want to see, can we build structure above this previous structure high right here? So can we make a higher high and higher low above 675.56? Well, we made our higher highs, right? And we said, oh, we got a low. We was like, yes, we got a red candle. And we said, hey, we know market is making a low. All we need now is what? A higher high. And that's what it is. So now we made structure above previous structure high. I expect this market to easily go to that next structure up there at, what's that high? 684.96. I told y'all I was looking for SPY to bounce or pretty much respect this super tiny gap right here. Cause I was like, when I seen this red candle close in here yesterday, I was like, it could come down to the bottom of the gap and go up. But when we was doing our analysis yesterday, we was like, hold up, we see a small, super tiny gap here. And when we seen that small gap, we said, hey, market really might, if we open up above, it might just retest it and then go straight up. If we open below it, I told y'all, I said, hey, we might come down a little bit, but then we probably push right back up above it, look for some market structure shift above it, and take the long. And I did caution y'all. I told y'all to trade micros, which I didn't. I did it a little bit, but I didn't do exactly what I told y'all to do. I traded the regular NQs, and I probably should have had traded micros because it was so choppy like that, especially when I seen it open below. So gotta kind of can't be a hypocrite. Kind of gotta do what you say. Um, for me, that was my type of day. So that's probably another reason why we broke even today. If I would have stayed with my micros, we probably would have, you know, made a little bit of something on futures today. But like I said, regardless of the fact, we end up pushing back above. We closed outside this daily gap. That's nice. We closed outside the daily gap. This is the second time we closed out. First time we closed out, we end up opening up and closing back below it. Second time we came out, at this point, I want to see us either stay above and retest it. Like when we finally get our first red candle, I need us to stay above, build structure above here. Just like we built structure above this here, I want us to build structure above this fair value gap. Well, regular gap, it ain't fair value gap. Above this regular gap of 682.12. We want to see structure form above there, above 682.12. So if in the event that we get a red candle, we need us to stay above it. All right. Now, we also can push above this 684. When we get above 684, if we can close above, then we're looking for that structure to build above it. Okay. Now for tomorrow, for Thursday, what do we expect? Well, we know what we in the uptrend. Now we fully fledged in the uptrend right now because we got higher high, higher low, higher high. So we full fledged uptrend. We're using this. We're using 679.33 as our stop loss, maximum stop loss. We're gonna use that as that. Okay. So we don't want to see market come below there at all. The only reason I'm using it, making it a soft solidify level is because our last true solidify level was here, right? We got our higher high. This will be our next true solidify level if we make another higher high. So this is just a soft one. Yes, this is a solidify level, but it's within inside the macro trend. So we looking at the macro, like the bigger scale. This is the high, it's the low. Then it make that higher high. So we had low, high, potentially new higher low if we make another higher high. All right. But yes, this is a solidified level with inside this big trend. That's why I'm making the pink line. Because yes, it's solidified, but it's within inside. It's a trend within inside a trend, you know. So if in an event that this break, market can still come down as long as it don't take this solidified level at 650. It still technically is in an uptrend for the overall picture. Okay, but we're gonna use this. What we're gonna do for tomorrow? We're using this as like our solidified level. All right. So we got higher high, higher low, higher high. And we closed above that high. So that's signs for what? Continuation. So I do at least expect us to come take the high of this daily green candle. So we should at least come up to that 684. More than likely, we're going to take out this high, this previous structure high over here. And what I want to see once we get up to this 684.96 level, can we hold above? Can we build some structure above that level and close above? Okay. Once we close above there, we don't have no other high. The next target high is them all-time highs. We don't have no other highs to aim for. Okay. So we could see tomorrow. We can either squeeze and go up extremely close to them all-time highs, or we can barely close above, and then it might try to do a retest to go higher, or that retest can fail and drop us back down. So be kind of careful tomorrow for Thursday. If you look for loans, look for them loans underneath here first to go up to the 684.96. Once we get to 684.96, kind of be patient. Wait till some structure build above that level on that lower time frame. So if you're on a 5 or 1 hour, let that structure build above here, like higher high, higher low, and then get in and just ride that uptrend. Because soon as structure break, we could potentially see it just straight dump back down. Okay, so be careful with that. But we definitely look for them loans, because the market telling us the green counter is looking for highs. Also, it closed above this previous high, so it's telling us move up. It's telling us move up. Max stop loss is that 679. Okay, this the max stop loss. Of course, we're not gonna try to have our stop loss that far down, but that's the max. That's the lowest it should go at all. What before it even attempt to revert? I mean, before it. I messed up what I was supposed to say, but it shouldn't go lower than that. You know, it shouldn't go lower than that. If it go lower than that, then it's actually trying to reverse. All right. But it is. I'm gonna say this for the spot though. Be careful, cause like I said, it's a tricky spot where we at. It's a tricky spot where we at, cause like I said, we can barely go take. We can just sweep that high and barely close above, and then Friday could fail its retest and drop us all the way down. You know, so be careful. What I really want to see Thursday do to make me be fully confident in my loans is Thursday. I really want to see us push real hard. I really want to see us hit like 686, 687 tomorrow to really give me some confidence that the Bulls are in control. Right now, yes, the Bulls are in control currently, but we are approaching pretty much a major resistance level. All right. All right. Going to QQQ. And we can look when we look at our futures, it might clear it up a little bit more for us. Because we also got to remember we're looking at these stocks. QQQ. Like I said, QQQ pretty much did exactly to a T what we said. We said QQQ closed green. It failed to close. It failed to tap the other side of the gap. We said, hey, QQQ pretty much probably going to just go straight up to go to the other side of the gap. It did come down at first, so that probably threw us off a little bit, but it still went up to the other side of the gap like we expected. Now this is the thing that will kind of make you hesitate. Yes, we got our green candle. That's good. Green candle is great, but two things not in our favor right now. One, we failed to close above the previous candle high for our continuation to the upside, and two, we touched the other side of the gap and failed to close above the gap. That's another thing that's not the best for us. But we always got what? Always got to look at that counter color. It was green. So green is telling us, hey, we're still looking for highs. So we could see us still try to come take this high at that 624. Still might be trying to take that high at 624.86. Only thing I would say, don't be scared if tomorrow we pull down a little bit, probably like 622. And then that's probably where we might bounce to go on up higher. Okay. Now tomorrow, if we somehow close red, I had to wait till market structure shift happens. So I need to see red and green, then I'll go long on QQQ. But if it closes red, I'm not touching it until either it comes to the bottom of the gap and fail to close below, or if we can get a higher low on this chart. Because QQQ, other than like SPY got that higher low. QQQ just all highs right now. We don't got the higher low. We didn't build a structure above the 614 just yet. So, yeah. Let's drop down to that hourly. Look at this hourly on QQQ. Right now, I did market structure shift. Dang, it literally went exactly what we just said. I said we can see a pullback down to that 622. So it did that pullback down to 622 on the aftermarket. So we very well can see tomorrow when the market open, it could just, push straight up or gap up outside of that daily gap. We just had to see, because it already came down to that 622 now on that 1 hour. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what it does in the morning. Honestly, like I said, same thing with SPY. I really need a hard push with QQQ. Like tomorrow, Thursday, I have to see us coming up to like 625 or something like that for me to be confident that, hey, we really trying to move up. Right now, yes, we're bullish. We've been moving up, but we're approaching a major resistance level, and it's kind of like, I want to see how it's gonna react. You get what I'm saying? I kind of want to see how it's gonna react. So it's kind of hard to really want to go heavy in some positions. All right, jumping to ES. Let's go look at ES. Going to that daily on ES. We got that market structure above our previous daily structure down here. Got that higher high, higher low, higher high. Yes, we did fail to close above that previous high. We failed to close outside of daily gap. So what should we expect? Some type of pullback. That's what it's doing. It's doing that pullback. Now we might push back up though. Like we said, same thing what we said with QQ and SPY. It might come down a little bit and then shoot straight up. Really right where it's at is kind of where I'm thinking we might see the bounce come. And if it bounce overnight, that'll have QQQ and SPY potentially opening up and gapping up above that daily gap. But honestly, like I said, same thing. I really need to see a hard push. Really need to see hard push. Really need to see ES possibly push up to around 68.80. And then it need to close up there. And when I told y'all we need them hard pushes, I needed to close up there too. For me to be like, okay, I'm really strong with them longs. Yes, I'll get in light longs, of course, because I do expect us to bounce and go up. But once we get up to like 680, 682, if we can close there on the daily, I'll look for a slight pullback, probably back down to like 680 flat, 679. I mean, I'm saying 680, 879, 880 flat, and then I'll take that long to go and clear these two gaps. So pretty much this is what I'm looking. I would like to see. I like it to be, let's say 683 is a level I want to see us touch. I want to see us push up hard Thursday and potentially Friday pull back slightly to go and clear these two. See it? That's what I'm kind of looking for when it comes to SPY, QQQ, ES, all of them. I want to see that happen. Okay. So hard push up, slight pullback, and then drop. Okay. Because it's two key levels here. So it needs some momentum. It got to have some speed to go on through there. It needs some momentum to go through there. If it's slowly approaching those, it's going to just reject. So it got to push hard to get through there. All right. It got to push hard to get through these two key levels. If it's approaching slowly, be aware. I mean, be wary, because it might drop hard. All right. Let's delete. I'm gonna delete some of this stuff, even though we probably gonna put it right back. We probably gonna put it right back when the market open tomorrow. But I just like cleaning up my charts a lot. That's all. QQQ don't really got no. We ain't got no solidify left. All right. NQ. Oh my goodness, NQ chart. Y'all can tell which ones I be on mostly. The NQ chart. I got all kind of drawings on it. What is this? Oh, man, it's gonna be a while deleting all this stuff. Half this stuff I don't even know what it's for. I know that weekly high I want to keep because I want to see if we're gonna close above or not. I don't need it. All right, I think this is it. So we don't got the structure above here just yet. Yes, we do got a red candle, but I want to see that. I wanted that red candle low to stay above this previous week. I mean this previous structure high. Let's see. Pretty much like we said, same thing. Slight pullback, then go higher potentially. At least to retest these highs and retest the top of this fair value gap. I mean regular gap. Why I keep saying fair value gap? This regular gap here. So all I'm really looking for is some type of market structure shift. Because this is kind of the area that I'm expecting us to bounce. If we do, just say in the event that we do drop harder than that, let me go look. If we do drop harder, give me a second. If we get down to like 25,585, I think it's gonna be a no trade day for me because that'd just be too far down for me to want to take longs, honestly. But other than that, look for them longs. We'll jump on that hourly. Yeah, we expect a bounce to happen somewhere right here. Do see this fair value gap on the hourly. It looks like it's gonna close in there, and we might got a gap inside the gap because for some reason it's not. It didn't go to the other side. Probably a low, another gap on some lower time frame, holding it up right here. But we want to see that market share shift. Preferably, we want to see that market share shift on the hourly, for us to go long. You know, definitely want to see a market share shift happen on the hourly for us to go long. Other than that, we just gonna leave it alone. All right, jumping over to CrowdStrike. Now I gotta go over CrowdStrike because CrowdStrike wasn't playing with me. Well, they did play with me. One, I told y'all yesterday. I said CrowdStrike. I don't know. I ain't gonna delete nothing yet because I don't want to forget what I had. But I told y'all CrowdStrike. We made this market structure shift. What it did, we had lower low, high, low, higher high. Now I told you, I said if CrowdStrike, there's one or two things that I want for CrowdStrike. Because I said CrowdStrike, once it made its higher high, it closed past the high, right? Closed past the high, that shows what sign for continuation. So we should at least retest the high of this candle that we just made on Tuesday. And I told y'all, I said, if CrowdStrike earnings come out, we can see one or two things happen. Either the earnings can come out and we shoot straight up and we going straight up to the 530s, because literally that's where the next target is. This gap at 533, and then of course this high here at 539. I said we're gonna go straight up to that, or the earnings can come out bad. We drop down, we drop down, and I said we could see either a retest of this 509 fair value gap, or say if the earnings come out, and it drop a little further down, we can see a retest of this 498 fair value gap to make another higher low, so it'd be higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, when we was talking about it last night, we already had seen the earnings because it came out, and we said, oh, it made a higher high. It showed us that, hey, it made a higher high, but then it went straight down. We said, hey, it went all the way down. Well, actually, it went like right here. Went down to 500. And I told y'all, I said, CrowdStrike has to bounce. Now, this was a little bit tricky because I told y'all I really didn't expect CrowdStrike to go below this 495 level. Reason I said I didn't expect us to go below 495 was because we had made that low. Then this is where we had that market structure shift happen right here. Market structure shift happened, made our high, made our low, made a higher high, right? So this low, boom. This is our first, well, after this low, this is for second solidified low. Then we made a higher high. Then we made another low. And then we made another higher high. And I was like, okay, well, this is the most recent higher low we got. And I told you, I said, I don't really see us breaking that 495, but I said, even if we do break 495, this the true, where we had reversed it, right? So I said, as long as it don't break that 477, we still can look for the loans. Well, market came out, opened up, and I seen it get real close to that 494, 495 level, and I got in them loans because I did not expect it to push it below it. Yes, it did push below on me. So I was down a little bit. I was down. Well, I ain't gonna say a little bit. Cause when you buy them contracts out the open on options, boy, you be down. You be down quick if it goes directly not your way at the start. So I was down, but I ain't really focused on it. I was like, I'm gonna let the hourly counter close and wait on the next hourly counter before I decide. And good thing I did, we got our green counter and I held my trade. But yeah, we were expecting us to push up. We was expecting to push up. We was expecting, like I said, we was expecting it just to retest this fair value gap here. So there's been the breakout, and then, because like we said, when we seen it last night in the aftermarket, it was at 500. We was thinking it was just gonna retest this 498, then go higher. But by it opening inside the gap, it kind of made it push a little further down. But it still ended up going up like we expected. Now, I was gonna hold my trade. I was gonna hold my trade all the way to them 530s, man. But when we got up here, when I was in my trade, I was analyzing. I was like, I really think that key level that we gotta try to break through, it was right here. No, it was 520. I think I told myself, I said between 520 and 522 is that key level. We gotta like push all the way through there. We gotta push all the way through there. So I had marked out. No, actually, what was it? Give me a second. I think I marked this out. I know it was like it was close to 520. I was thinking today the max was gonna be 520 unless it's trying to push hard through there. Like if it break 520, it gotta go up to 525. That's how I was thinking. And yeah, so I marked out this little area. That's what this was. I marked this out because I was trying to see should I get out my trade, and I did. That's what I marked this up. Cause I remember I got out right here on this counter. That's what this was. Yeah, that's what this was. I was just trying to mark that out. But this is what the high I was looking for though. This was the max I was looking for today. Right here at 520. I marked this up because I was trying to see if we can close above, build structure, then I'm gonna take it up to 520 and get out if it don't just keep pushing hard. But we reversed on me and I got out when it slightly pushed out of here. Like I said, I got out around 515. So around here when I got out. And then it dropped. Cause I was looking to hold, honestly, y'all, if we would have stayed in here, I was gonna hold my trade till tomorrow. Uh, at least tomorrow. Cause I was like, bro, we at least gonna go to the 520. I knew that for a fact. We was going to 520. But I just didn't know if we was gonna do it today or tomorrow. And when it had reversed here, I was like, it's gonna happen tomorrow. And I got out. And I was looking at the chart after that for a potential, to jump back in. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I fell asleep at like 1 o'clock. So I missed this part right here. I missed this part right here. I did see this bounce here. I did see this bounce. I caught it. I did catch this bounce going back up, but then I got back out when it did a market structure shift, and then I missed this part right here. I went to sleep right here. Missed this part right here, man. I was like, man. And literally, the market loved doing this, bro. When I woke up and seen it, I said, last 15 minutes of the day. I didn't mind that it came back in here because I'm like, shoot, that's basically where I sold my contract at, my first one. I didn't mind it being up in here. The thing I was mad about, because I was like, man, I said, I'm not even when I got out here, I said, I'm not going to mess with no more cross strike. I'm going to get in tomorrow because I know for a fact we can come up here to this 520 tomorrow just because this daily candle, we only had like 2 hours left. I was like, bro, this daily candle gonna close green because we was sitting up here like 514. I said, we gonna close green. So if I'm knowing we gonna close green, we at least should be coming to take this high at this 520, 521. So I'm like, okay, if today close green, tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow don't just shoot straight up. I was like, if we get a slight pullback back to 513, I'm gonna grab a loan to go up to the 520, 521 and see if we can keep pushing higher. Man, dang stock market. Last 15 minutes, what they do? They gonna break through the gap and go straight to the 520 and put close past. I said, man, they done took that was my whole trade I was looking for Thursday. I was like, God dang, bro. So tomorrow I gotta find me another trade to get in. I probably still jump in some crowd strike. I think we probably gonna try to go to 530s. But I don't know though, cause it already rushed up, so it might play around. It might just stall a little bit, and then probably Friday or Monday we go finish up. But that's why we here. That's why we finna analyze this right now. Now, looking at this chart, we gonna dang delete everything, clear it up so y'all can see. Look nice. And I really could have made so much bank down here. I told y'all I was gonna buy a whole bunch of $10 contracts. I only bought 2 contracts, and they wasn't the $10 ones. I should have bought some $10 ones though. But we would have made some bank down here. But I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, just trade your regular contracts that ain't too far out the money. So, well, we could have made some bread. I'm talking about I could have bought about 100 of them $10 contracts. Cause the contracts I got when it was at $4.94, they was like $80, right? Of course, they went up to like $600, but they dang gone. If I would have bought some $10 ones and they flipped to just basically just say $200 contract, 100 of them, ooh, we would have made some bank. That's one thing with me. I gotta dang go ahead and play it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get in the trade, but I don't go in it like when I know the move gonna happen. I gotta go heavy. I don't be going crazy heavy, man. 'Cause I be trying to be cautious, especially with doing options. But sometimes, bro, you gotta go heavy with it. 1 to 2 times, bro. 'Cause if I would have went heavy, boy, that's easy. Shoot with 20 bang. For real. But looking at this daily, let me remove this. I'm done all that talking. We gonna mark out this high. That's target, of course. Low. Where's the last solidified low? Wait. That's that higher high. It's all the way down here, ain't it? But it's potentially gonna be our new higher low. Potentially. So we're gonna put pink line. Boom. Got this market structure shift. Put a pink line here. And it really don't need a pink line here, but I'm gonna put it there. Mark out the gaps. This is that big old gap. I don't even know if I want to mark this big gap. And that's another thing. We just broke out the gap. Man, we finna go. We finna go. The market about to go crazy. Got the breakout here. This break and retest pass. This for break. We might get a retest. See if it's gonna pass. Next target highs here. Oh, what the? At 539.32. We're gonna make it light green. The next target high. 544.04. And then all time highs. Mark out this gap up here. Got another gap right here. I think that it, y'all. Don't let me overlook something. I think that's it. So we just got our first breakout right here. Breakout. We already had a break and retest that passed though. Break, retest, pass. So we already passed it before. So it don't necessarily mean we're gonna get another retest. We could just go straight up. But to me, what I think gonna happen tomorrow, broke, made higher, low, higher. Then we came down, pushed down, made that lower low, but then we made another higher, and closed past for a continuation. I think we might get a slight pullback tomorrow, and then we probably gonna shoot straight up to 33, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. We probably shoot straight up. We might get a slight pullback tomorrow. Might give us that retest. Might go a little deeper to like 520. Maybe clear this gap up, so it won't leave no fair value gap behind here. But I see us going to 533 tomorrow. Crowd strike. I ain't gonna lie. I still see us going to 533 tomorrow. As long as your 1 hour is in the uptrend, if you got a market structure in your favor to an upside, I see us going to that 533 tomorrow. Only way I don't is if we drop pretty hard. We got probably drop down back to like that where was that 517 area? Where was that consolidation at, y'all? When it 517? Yeah. If we drop back down to this 5 minute gap, it's the only way I think we probably not shoot straight up. 518. If we start sitting at that 518 area, then it probably gonna lose the momentum to go all the way up. But if we just drop down, not even tap it. We ain't even gotta tap it. We just drop down to 519, 518. We probably shoot straight back up, okay? But biggest thing, look on the hourly, our hourly targets. Of course, this high, we gotta see if we can get up there. So let me put that. We broke this structure. So we made higher, 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 low, higher, high. We gotta see get above this structure to get to that one. But yeah, just look bullish, man. Look bullish. Look bullish. We just need our other time frames to stay bullish. But I'm looking for them longs on. I'm looking for the longs on CrowdStrike. Now let's go to Dollar General, then C3AI, and then we're gonna call it Dollar General. I was looking at them earlier today. I had looked at their charts earlier today. I thought their earnings already came out, but it didn't. Like we said, pretty much same thing we looking for. We looking for that structure to build above here. We marked out that previous structure high. We looking for a new structure. I told y'all we could keep moving up because we did already sweep this structure high. Did that? We swept them highs, and I was like, well, honestly, the only way I really want to get in this trade is if we can close above them. So we needed to close above. We failed to close above today, and we turned red. So I'm really not messing with it just yet. Could see, we could see the earnings drop it all the way back down. So I'm not messing with it until I see us actually be above them highs over there. But we are, like I said, we could see it move up because we got this red counter. If the earnings come out decent and we gap up above here, if we gap back up above these daily counters, we probably can see it close green, and then if it close above here, we can start aiming for that 115. But I don't know how I feel with Dow Jones, y'all. It's still iffy. C3 AI. And then this is the last one we're gonna check out tonight. C3 AI bullish. Got his first close above the high. So we got high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high. Close above this high. Next target all the way up at $17. See if there's any gaps. See if there's any gaps in the way. I don't see no gap on the daily in the way. Oh, I do see one. Never mind. I see one. C3AI just straight bullish. Ain't gonna lie. Straight bullish. I want to see base build above here. Dang, I could have took that C3. We might check out C3AI tomorrow. We close solid. Nice solid green above. We might get a slight pullback, then push back up to retest these highs at this 15. Might go slight pullback, push up, pull back a little bit more, then push up one more time. I don't know. I like C3AI. Sorry, it looked clean so far. Oh, their earnings came out. They already went and took it. Never mind then. The earnings already took it. We have to see how it look when it open tomorrow. I might get on the charts a little sooner tomorrow so we can do an earlier analysis. Not probably. Well, all right then, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and call it tonight. Y'all have a good one. Trade safe. Be smart.